Hello Scorpio, welcome to the Lynx Tarot. My name is Monica and this reading is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is your path to success reading for the next 7 to 14 days or sometime in August 2022 whenever you're watching. These are all timeless readings. All right, Scorpio, what do we have from the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle? Boundaries at number 28, and that breaks down to 10. If you like numerology, that's 28 and 10. You are learning the gentle art of setting boundaries and saying no. Awesome. Setting boundaries can be very powerful and freeing. Boundaries are freeing. Does that make sense? Doesn't sound like it does coming out of my mouth, but it is freeing because you are not allowing someone else to control you, okay? You're setting your boundaries and protecting yourself, protecting what is yours in any way, protecting your time, your energy, your money. I feel like someone is having to put their foot down and tell somebody else they're not going to allow them to borrow something. Like somebody wants to borrow a book from you, like someone who never returns things. They want to borrow a pot or like a serving tray, and you have to say no. You have to say no. And I feel like this person is going to try and argue with you, like, oh, I'll give it right back or something like that. And you're going to have to just say, no, I like keeping that in my china cabinet, or no, I like to keep my set together. And if they're going to, really react in a negative, selfish way, that'll be very telling. Now, we're talking about the gentle art of setting boundaries in that card, okay? So, a lot of times I think people are angry when they're setting boundaries because they have let things go to the point where they're so angry they've been taken advantage of for so long, or they've allowed someone else to take advantage of them for so long. Then we get to the point of like being angry about it. So we're setting boundaries, but we're doing it out of anger. This message is about setting boundaries in a gentle way, where like you don't have to be mad or angry to set the boundary. So I feel like that's the lesson for you during this time period, Scorpio. All right, now we're ready. Now this is the Everyday Witch Tarot, the Three of Pentacles. I really like this. Is collaborating with others. This could be in the workplace. You could be starting a new work project with someone. This is about being paid for what you love to do. But this could have to do with a collaboration. Even though you may have your own individual parts, there might be others that are part of this machine, right? Like they're part of, what's getting put together. I'm picturing somebody working in printing, graphic art, either or. So there are different people who have a hand in what you're creating. And everybody like has their own fee, their own salary, but you're putting something together. You're working with others in that way. So it's like working as individuals, but together at the same time. Oh, we have the Four of Wands. Beautiful. There's a celebration here. This is a finish line. I feel like maybe you are finishing a project and you're going to be starting a new one. For others of you, this could be a wedding. This could be a marriage. It could be your own or someone else's. It's a happy time with others. And we have the Hanged Man. So this is taking a time out from something. Maybe you're taking a time out between jobs to take a little break and figure out if maybe you want to do something different. And we have the Two of Wands. Yes, this is reflection. You could be realizing that your options are a lot more than you thought. You have a lot more choices than you thought. Your world is a lot bigger than you thought. I like that, okay? You're realizing that you have a big choice to make, or a couple choices that are your own. They're all your own. Don't let anyone else put their 2 cents in. If you ask for advice, sure, listen to it, and you make your own decision. But if someone's like forcing their agenda onto you, that's where you need to set those firm boundaries. All right, we're clarifying the Three of Pentacles, Four of Wands, the Hanged Man, and the Two of Wands. Clarifying the Three of Pentacles. Oh, we have the King of Pentacles. Who just got this? Cancer just got this. So the Three of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, I feel like you're really planting this financial seed. Whatever you're currently doing with work, whether it's at a job or your own business, something's really going to start to grow. I feel like you're going to start to be able to save some money. Maybe you haven't really been able to up until this point. Maybe you are finally looking at property to purchase. And I feel like with the Three of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, I feel like you're able to be in the security of your own home, being on your own land, like working on your own land. Like I often guess this is one of my many dreams, but I would just love to be able to live on property that has like a separate little cottage or, you know, remodeled barn or something like that that I could make into my studio, okay, for art and doing YouTube videos. Okay, so I feel like somebody is doing this. Somebody listening is actually doing this. Like you're looking at property where there's like a separate building on your property that you can turn into your office, and it's real cozy. It's like real cozy, and you'll have like the comforts of home, but not get bored because you're not going to be actually in your house all day. You're going to be on your same property, but you'll have a change of scenery while you're working. And I'm also picturing like artists too. I'm picturing like paint all over the place, like fun paint splatters, like someone who's actually oil painting and paint splatters are getting everywhere, and it just looks so fun and cool, and it's like, this is where I'm allowed to play. Okay, so that's for some of you, not all of you, of course. The Four of Wands is being clarified by the Seven of Swords. Okay, so if this is you, if this is your wedding or someone you love and care about, make sure all the details are taken care of. If somebody else has a certain job, unfortunately, you may have to check up on them. They might not be doing it. If it's someone's job to order the flowers, they might not be doing it. Like somebody needs a leader in this situation, whatever the celebration is. Now, it doesn't have to be a wedding. It could be a graduation. It could be an award ceremony. It's like something that's a big deal. I'm getting also the big giant anniversary, like a 50th anniversary, or maybe even higher than that. And everybody has a job, but someone's not doing their part. So you might need to jump in, Scorpio, and maybe just take care of it. I don't think you're going to be able to get that person to do it. You might catch the fact that they didn't do it, but they're still not going to do it. So if you're like, I noticed that such and such hasn't been ordered yet, I just want to remind you to do it, I feel like they're still not going to do it. Where do I get this stuff? Don't ask me. It's just coming to me. So you might just have to do it. And we come back to this boundary situation, okay? This might be one of those things you just need to get done because it's going to mess everything else up if you don't. But where the boundary part comes in is you're not going to ask that person to help you out next time, okay? That person doesn't deserve another chance. They almost screwed everything up, and you caught it, and you fixed it, but your boundary is no, I'm not giving that person another chance. This was important, and they almost messed the whole thing up. The Hanged Man is being clarified by the Four of Swords. Very interesting. So we have two cards of timeout and rest. Keep in mind that sleep is when we heal the most. And it might be time for you to pull away from a busy social situation and just be quiet for a while and get some proper rest. If you like tea, maybe have some tea. Relax. If you like baths, maybe a nice warm bath will make you feel better. Do something that requires you to be by yourself. Okay, and the Two of Wands is being clarified by the Death card. So this is a huge transformation here. I think this is you're realizing that you have a lot more choices in life than you realized before. It's going to require you to close the door on the past and step through this new door. But it's your realization, seeing things from a different perspective, like we see with the Hanged Man. It's your realization that there's way more out there, and you can do this. This is for you. It's time for you to think about you, Scorpio. What do you want? What do you want for yourself? All right, love it. So let's go over here to the Angel Wisdom Tarot for a couple more messages. What else do we have for Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If I didn't mention before, check your other signs because there could be additional messages there for you. If you haven't yet hit that like button, please do. I would greatly appreciate that. All right. So we have the 10 of Swords. So the most difficult part is over. This is about moving on from difficult times. And it's Archangel Azrael. It says the end of a situation that brings relief, sadness, maybe a little bit of both. The opportunity for new happiness. I love that. A weight off your shoulders, the end of addiction, and a melodramatic reaction. Okay, so whatever resonates with you, take that, leave what doesn't. One more from here. We have the Emperor and Archangel Michael. Beautiful. This is very powerful, decisive, making a plan, sticking to it, being confident. And there could be an Aries in your life or strong Aries in your chart. Okay, and also with the Death card, there could be Scorpio energy here. A Scorpio in your life or in your chart, but not necessarily. Logic and organization will increase your success. Take charge of the situation. See, I was saying that before. I was getting about you might need to take charge of a situation. Accept a leadership role. Yeah, you might have to lead something here. And structure and discipline. Beautiful. Very validating. All right, so let's go over to the Tea Leaf Fortune cards and see what else we have for you, Scorpio. What else for Scorpio? Alrighty. Okay, we have the Flute. Okay, disappointment in a friend or a lover. Okay, this is moving on from disappointment. Like I said, it might be that person who dropped the ball and you just need to take over and you have to face the fact that you're just not going to ask them for help next time. Whoops. Hang on. These cards are tricky to shuffle. So disappointment in a friend or a lover, could be a family member, just someone you thought you could count on, you wanted to give them a chance, and they dropped the ball. Okay. We have ring, a marriage will take place, either romantic or in business. Very validating. So I was talking about that before too. Basket, recognition and reward for merit. Beautiful. Beautiful. So this could be you know, moving on with a new venture, getting a raise. And I was talking about a possible award ceremony too. So maybe you're receiving some kind of reward or recognition. And if this is for one of those artists that I was picking up on, it could be that. I feel like your art is being recognized in another country. And it might be on exhibit in another country that you haven't been to yet. If that makes sense, please comment below. Wow. Okay, let's see what else we have. Okay, we have the hammock, taking a vacation physically or mentally. Okay, we got this message 3 times, the hangman, the 4 of swords, and now here with the hammock. Okay, so it's time to take a break. We have the kite, vacation. Could this message come through more clearly? Vacation, and we have a month of the year, November. There's a big deal coming up this November. And hang on a second, because I see that a card flipped over in this half of the deck that I missed. All right, it's the tent. This is a temporary situation. Okay, great. That's the good news. All right, so let's go over to the Money and Career Oracle deck and see what else we have for you, Scorpio. What else for Scorpio? Okay. We have retail. Okay, so somebody might have a business idea having to do with retail. If you have an idea in mind, this is giving you the green light that there is a need for it. Consider careers in retail or e-commerce, whether it's in goods or services. Save time, energy, and add passive income by taking your business online. Ooh, that's exciting for someone listening. And we have writer. Oh, there could be some writers. I was picking up on that artistic flair. So it says stories matter. Someone typed out stories matter. Tell your story. Your words have power to influence others. Find out how you can contribute. A career in social media management, book writing, content writing, or blogging could be for you. Use words and visualize it as you write them to manifest more money into your life. Oh, that sounds really exciting. Okay, so where are we? Let's close this reading up with a couple angel messages. What else do we have for Scorpio? Scorpio, something just popped into my head about a dream I had, and I won't go into all of the details, but the message I got from my dream, I think you need to hear this, is that somebody knows that someone did you wrong, and they've known all along. They haven't picked sides against you, but they had to stay quiet for some reason. And they may come to you and ask you what really happened, okay? So that might be where the gentle boundaries come in. You might need to say, thank you for your concern, but that's in the past. I don't want to talk about it. Or maybe it's appropriate to quietly share with this person, you're right, this is what actually happened. Just make sure you trust that that person is coming to you with like genuine concern about knowing the truth, and they're not going to just throw it out there or rehash something that happened a long time ago that you've already worked through, okay? So that was the message in my dream. It's a long detailed, thing, but it was based on something that happened a long time ago, and someone in my dream came to me and said, I know you weren't wrong, but what really happened? And this person just really needed to know. And in my dream, I was in a situation where I could give this person the information that they needed to help bring them peace. So if that's you, as long as it wouldn't hurt anybody, including yourself, you know what I mean? You wouldn't want to rehash something that you've already worked through if this person might talk about it, right? Okay, so kindness, every act of love and kindness raises the vibration of the entire universe. Beautiful. And this includes being kind to ourselves. And we have sacred space. See about this rest and rejuvenation that you need so much. I guess we all do, but especially you right now, Scorpio. Don't wait for someone to bring you flowers. Plant your own garden and decorate your own soul. And don't wait for someone to run that bath for you. Run your own bath. Get away and get in there. All right, so this is also a lot of yellow popping out of here, which is the solar plexus chakra. Okay, so you might want to meditate on the solar plexus chakra. Beautiful messages, Scorpio. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you again soon.